A storm was rolling in when Mark stepped into the hospital, carrying his 6-year-old son, Liam, on his hip. He'd come for a simple checkup, nothing serious. But the moment he entered, he felt the tension in the air, nurses rushing, doctors shouting orders, and a mother crying uncontrollably in the hallway. It was the kind of panic that made your heart drop before you even knew the reason. Mark set Liam down and asked a nurse what was going on. She hurried past, saying they desperately needed O-negative blood for a little girl who had just been rushed into emergency surgery. Without thinking twice, Mark followed her, because he had that blood type, and because somewhere deep inside, he imagined how he would feel if Liam were the one fighting for his life. What Mark didn't realize was that just an hour earlier, in a grocery store across town, a woman had snapped at him for holding up the line. She mocked his worn-out boots and the way he counted coupons. She didn't see the exhaustion in his face or the way he tried to stretch every dollar for his son. She only saw someone she thought was beneath her, and she made sure he knew it. If you love powerful, emotional stories like this, make sure you subscribe, like, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support helps keep these stories alive right here on Kindness World. Back in the hospital, Mark rolled up his sleeve and sat still as the nurse inserted the needle. He watched the blood slowly fill the bag, imagining the little girl he was trying to help. He didn't know her name or her family. He just hoped he was giving her a chance. While he donated, a woman paced the hallway nearby, her hands shaking, her eyes swollen from crying. Her name was Vanessa Hart, CEO of a major tech company, known for her confidence, her sharpness, her control. But none of that mattered now. Her daughter, 8-year-old Emma, had been hit by a drunk driver. She was losing blood fast, and the hospital didn't have enough to save her. Vanessa had built her life on independence, on never needing anyone. But tonight, she found herself praying for a miracle from a stranger. When the doctor told her that someone rushed in to donate exactly the blood type needed, Vanessa collapsed into a chair in relief. She whispered a thank you to the universe, not knowing that the man who saved her daughter was the same man she had insulted at the grocery store. After the donation, Mark felt dizzy but fine. He walked out to find Liam, who was busy coloring superheroes in a waiting room chair. As they walked toward the exit, they passed a woman sitting alone, trembling, clutching a little pink backpack. Mark paused, sensing her pain. He stepped closer and asked softly, "Ma'am, are you all right?" Vanessa looked up. At first she didn't recognize him. But then her breath caught, and everything came crashing back, the grocery store, her harsh words, the judgment in her voice. She felt her stomach twist with guilt. She whispered, "My daughter, she's in surgery. Someone donated blood. They saved her life." Mark didn't reveal it was him. He simply nodded and said, "I'm glad she's getting what she needs. I hope she pulls through." A few minutes later, the doctor emerged. Vanessa stood so quickly she nearly fell. The doctor smiled gently and said, "She's stable. The donor blood made the difference. Your daughter is going to be okay." Vanessa broke down crying. The doctor turned to Mark and thanked him personally. And in that moment, Vanessa froze. She stared at Mark with tear-filled eyes and whispered, You saved my daughter?" Mark shrugged like it was nothing. "I just did what anyone would do." "No," she said shakily. "Not anyone. You helped, after the way I treated you. I'm so sorry." He smiled softly. "We all say things we don't mean when we're stressed." But she shook her head. "I judged you. And you showed me what true kindness looks like." She asked him and Liam to come meet Emma once she woke up. Later, in the recovery room, Vanessa placed Mark's hand gently on her daughter's. "This man saved you," she whispered to her little girl. Emma smiled sleepily and whispered, "Thank you." Vanessa offered to help Mark in any way she could, his job, his bills, childcare, anything he needed. But Mark told her he didn't help for a reward. He helped because it was the right thing to do. In the days that followed, Vanessa didn't forget. She stayed in touch, not out of obligation, but out of genuine gratitude. Their families slowly became friends. And every time Vanessa saw Mark, she was reminded that kindness has no price tag, no status, no boundaries. A single dad with calloused hands and a tired smile gave blood without knowing who it would save. And a powerful CEO learned that the heart of a hero can beat in the most unexpected places. In the end, kindness didn't just save a little girl's life. It opened a mother's eyes. And brought two very different worlds together. And maybe that's the message we all need. That one quiet act of kindness can change lives in ways we never see coming.